We are back. Collegiate Rugby All-Stars, National Collegiate Rugby's Men's National Shield Challenge Atlanta 2026. Game number 2, Great Lakes Thunderbirds versus the Tri-State Foundry. Winner of this game will play New England Red in the next round. John Broker here with Pago Haini, bringing you all of the analysis. Pago, kind of a one-sided game in the first one. This one maybe a little more evenly matched.
Good morning. Thank you, John. Yes, exactly. The Reds really dominated that last game from, set piece to defense to attack. They were immense right from the get-go, and it looks like a very well-coached team, especially with Kyle Sumption, head coach of Dartmouth at the helm there. But just looking at these two teams right now, Great Lake Thunderbirds and also the Tri-State Foundry, lead by one of my old teammates, Brad Tucker. So we'll see what they have in store for us here, but hopefully we'll get a little bit more, competitive game here, not just a one-sided affair. So really looking forward to this one. And again, I'm just excited to be here with you, John. Not only, to watch the future of American rugby, but watching some of these rising stars coming through our age group system.
Great Lakes to get us underway. Takutwa Musanguini. Keep an eye on that player. Kicks us off. He is the incumbent fly half for Zimbabwe. The full national team playing now at Wheeling, came out of Iowa Central Community College. But Tri-State Foundry has the ball in their hands. They're moving right away here. Get the ball quickly moving forward. Held up in the moment. Can't get the ball to the ground. Have done. Coming back in the other direction. In the blue and orange here, the Tri-State Foundry. In the gray and white and black. Drawing the penalty there are the Thunderbirds. That's Harley Sherman taking that one. Harley Sherman out of St. Ignatius High School and now at Walsh University.
Really good work there from Sherman, just getting on that breakdown straight away. Tri-State Foundry a little bit loose there on the breakdown. Got isolated. The ball carrier got isolated there. Sherman showed the opportunity, bounced on it straight away. And that was a good start, really good start here by the Thunderbirds. As you said, this number 10. He already looks like, a very talented young player, already international. So he's, the level he's played at compared to some of these kids, it's a lot higher. So I'm very looking forward to watch him go to work today.
Yeah, Musanguini is a player to watch. Pure excitement with ball in hand, but his kicking is absolutely top-notch. He's a left footer. He can hang the drop kicks up in the air as high as he'd like and dead and straight on there, but not with the direction. I may have cursed him, so we're going to stay at 0 here. There's a shot of Musanguini. It's a real thing, man. I try to pretend it isn't, Pago, but sometimes it is real.
We can't say bad things on the air as well about this dude. So. But
just waiting for a ball here. Good. Foundry get us going. Foundry, coached by Dave Chapman, Craig Wilson on the air, Taye Daniel, Kyle Granby, Brad Tucker. As I mentioned, an old teammate of Pago's. Thunderbirds have the ball inside their own half. Good rush defense there from the Foundry. They've been watching that defensive masterclass from the Independence Red, but a penalty against them around the breakdown. Opportunity here. Musanguini steps up, and that left boot, he can get them some serious grounds.
Really good defensive work there by the Foundry. Just not rolling away. They came off their line, made a very dominant tackle there. Unfortunately for Jaden Casparini, didn't roll away. Made a dominant tackle, but ended up on the right side of the wrong side of the ball, and didn't really make an effort to try and get out of the way. And the referee was right there, awarded the penalty, and now, the Thunderbirds are now in really good position for an attacking line out and set a platform for them, especially inside here in the red zone.
Right to the 22 they go. Nice movement in the line out. They're going to go quickly. Ball is out into the hands of the runners very quickly there. I think that was Herbst. It comes in behind to Musanguini. Musanguini, nice flat pass across the front. Player launching themselves in and over there. Just a bit of a mistake. Going to come back for a penalty here.
Usually when you see those backs going into those breakdown, they don't really want to throw their bodies in there. But Musanguini there, very experienced players, just got it wrong. He went off his feet. I can see the intent of it. But you need to stay on your feet, especially when you're going in to clean someone in a breakdown. That was very dangerous. And now the Foundry with the ball right on the 15-meter line with great opportunity here to set something from their line out. And we'll see what they do.
Lucas Chirico, Iona University grad student, went to the Harvey School for high school. Out of Pound Ridge, New York, they put that one up. Referee says that's fine. In the middle of the field they go. Little tip pass, looking to get to midfield. But good driving defense there from the Thunderbirds. Off the other side they go. Bit of a looping pass there, so not able to get any sort of momentum onto it. Ball coming across. Scott Wilson. Advantage here for the Tri-State team. So penalty advantage, they try to move it. Good defense coming up there from the Thunderbirds. Nothing going to happen. They will come back to the penalty here, just outside of the 50-meter line.
High tackle.
High tackle there, but, this penalty came at the back of hard work from the big boys up front of the Foundry. Just looking at it now, they're tight five. They have a front rower who's 6'3" and a hooker is 6'4", which some big bodies up front there. They're just bending the line, running hard, running through defenders. And unfortunately for the Thunderbirds, there was a hard tackle there in that defense set. It gives the Foundry another great opportunity here to attack from a line out.
Chirico again gets that one in. Down off they go. Middle of the field, have some runners. Ball in behind. Little loose connection there, so they bring it back to Kenyon Graham. Kenyon Graham gets that ball away. Looking to keep this one alive, and they do. Jack Bowles takes that one forward. Big unit, Jack Bowles. Fairfield University first-year player. Keep an eye on him over the future as the ball goes out wide quickly. Try to keep that one back in. Chirico. Ball up to Harvey Hogan. Hogan takes that one in from Siena College out of Limerick, Ireland. That one, a bit of a mess, just hangs up in the air. So they're going to reset on the Foundry. To get those structures away. Referee telling the players clearly they're going to have to move. It's going to come back to a knock-on and a scrum here for the Tri-State Foundry.
Thunderbirds there were very lucky not to give away a penalty. Number 21, Sonny Staff Theory, was just all over that ball, not rolling away. Lucky it wasn't a penalty, it was just a knock-on at the base of the ruck. But this Foundry team, just looking at it, they're really physical. They're ready just to, roll their sleeves up, carry the ball hard, and then release on their backs on the outside.
Ball coming in here from Wilson. From Aberdeen, Scotland, a St. Bonaventure player. NCR champions. Ball up there into the hands of Dennis Barry, another St. Bonnie's player from Yonkers, New York. Referee says let's play, but that one bounces a bit across. Just that initial communication into rhythm with these teams players all coming from different teams, kind of creeping in the back line here right now as Musanguini takes a daring ball there right there, but you can see it handing off someone around another. Takes 2, 3, 4, 5 players to eventually get him down. Combination of power and acceleration and just pure rugby intelligence for Takuzwa Musanguini as they launch one downfield. Tri-State Foundry will have the ball, but starts further back as Cone Webb, Wheeling University player. Or State Bonaventure player, pardon me. Had played at Iowa Central Community College from South Mecca, North Carolina native. Ball down to the Thunderbirds. They're going to launch this one in a touch. Being an opportunity just inside their own half here. A little further down for Tri-State to attack again.
Good kick, good exit there. Good kick by our guy, Michael Queenie. But the Foundry, they had really good opportunity here. They had numbers on the outside, but they kicked it. Look at that. International player just with class. Really good run here. And then a couple plays later, help his team exit out of their own half. You know, the talent, the class is really showing now by Mason Queenie on the Thunderbirds side. But the Foundry, another opportunity here with a line out to attack.
Taken away, Foundry on the move. There's the 40-meter line, trying to come in over to the Thunderbirds. They're going to get that ball away. A little chip over the top. Going to bounce into Musunguini's hands. He's going to go off the left. His favored kick. Keep that one in field. See the attack moving back there for the Foundry. There's a 22 on here. The angle was there, but the player right under it for the Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds, little step there from Michael Cabreros. Cabreros, a junior out of Indiana University.
Last foot, please. Last foot, Greg.
Ball here. We have an advantage.
Here. Outside foot.
Comeback penalty against the Thunderbirds. They're going to go quick. Referee going to bring him back. However, Jack Burns wanted to go. Referee had other ideas.
Offsides.
Good contest there by Thunderbirds. Unfortunately, they turned the ball over down this far side. Big man was isolated there. I think it was Fraser Leslie just coming around the corner, getting isolated, losing the ball in the breakdown. Got the penalty. Unfortunately, that kick didn't go out.
Great work to keep that ball in by the Thunderbirds. Get the ball to Musunguini. Goes the other way this time. Puts it downfield. Be another Foundry line out here. With 8.5 minutes gone, no score in this one so far. More even than the last matchup we saw. But both these teams fighting for a little early dominance here. Ball up and not straight, according to the referee. Opportunity for scrum or a line out here for the Thunderbirds. They're going to take the scrum.
Some confusion there in the line out, you know, by the Foundry. You know, as we said before, over and over again, you know, this kids has probably only just met up, all in Atlanta this week. You know, had a couple days to get together to go through their line outs. You know, line outs. It may look simple from, you know, the naked eye watching from home or on your screen. You know, but it's a lot of chemistry that goes into it. You know, a lot of movements, and if you haven't been together for a long time, that could really affect your movement in the line out. Could really affect the way you throw, the way you jump, and then we've really seen that today with both games. But now with the Thunderbirds with the scrum right by the halfway with a great opportunity to attack here.
Musunguini gets a ball on the wraparound there. It goes wide. Run a little pass back in. Knocked forward. Probably illegally so as a penalty. An intentional knock on there. Thought the player was going to bird dog and go in the other direction. But a penalty here. So opportunity for the Thunderbirds to push this downfield. Musunguini steps up.
My radio's off. My radio's off.
That wing, Shiv Kelly, was very, very lucky not to get a yellow card there for knocking the ball down, a professional foul. You know, it looks like the Thunderbirds had all the space on the outside, but you know, Kelly came up, made a play. Fortunately, it was a penalty. Lucky for himself not to get a yellow card from it, but he shut that opportunity down. You know, gave away the penalty, and now Thunderbirds, you know, really in good position here from a line out to set a platform so they can attack from it.
Well, a little messy here for the Thunderbirds, but they're going to get going. It's big. Fraser Leslie takes that one in. Sophomore at Walsh University, out of Brisbane, Australia. Musunguini has some runners. Back coming a little wider there, but goes to just his forward pod. They're going to go back to the left-hand side. Little tip, little space. Out to the left-hand side they go, and now there's a little bit of room there for Jack Eberly. Ball back in. Alex Niamunda breaks through. Niamunda needs no introduction to the try line. Alex Niamunda is going to touch that one down. The junior out of Wheeling University. He is a tremendous player and touches down the first 5 points of this one.
What a run by Niamunda there from Wheeling University. You know, poor defensive effort there by the Foundry. They've been very good coming off the line, making their tackles. But the big man from Wheeling University is just busting his way over and scoring the first try of this game. Big man, good run. Got in a very good body position there to get over the defensive line, busted some tackles, and reward himself with a fantastic try to open up this second game of the All-Star Weekend, John.
Great try there. It is Musinguini, steps up. Pushes that one through, no problem. So 7-0, just under 15 minutes gone in this first half. Great work there, getting through that Foundry defense. And the winner of this one plays New England Independence Red in the next one. We'll take a look at Niamunda there. Niamunda up for Player of the Year. He was something else for this man.
I tell you what, I'm just looking at this team sheets here from both teams. And there's some units out there right now. Some units on the field right now for both teams.
There's some big boys playing college rugby these days as the ball comes out the back there for the Foundry. Looking to return the favor on the try. They get the ball to the outside. Little look there from Burns, but he had nobody with him, so Burns had to take that one in. Looking to get their forwards going. Referee telling players they have to roll away. Going to come back and penalize here. So opportunity. We'll see what the decision is for this Tri-State team. They want the 5 or 7 points. They're going to look to the corner here. Look to a line out, try to drive this one in.
Unlucky there for the Thunderbirds. Same thing that happened early on in their defensive line. They're coming out, coming off the line, they're making that tackle, making that dominant tackle, but then they ended up on the wrong side of the ball. They need to, show the referee that they're trying to make an effort, but, line out now for the Foundry. Great opportunity for them.
A little messy, but they do get it back. So they're going to go in the middle. They're going to look to go wide. Player just cutting it around, cutting it back in for the Foundry. They come back into Tyler White's hands. Ball to the ground here. Foundry still fighting. It's going to be a pick and go. Referee telling this team they have to get out. May have another penalty coming. Referee thinks better of it. Until now. And this one's a penalty. Players coming in off their feet there. Playing it with their hands. So penalty here for the Thunderbirds.
And they finally got it right. They've had 2 cracks at it in a breakdown. Foundries are getting caught a little bit higher in that breakdown. They need to get lower. They need to win that height battle. And Thunderbirds, saw that and exposed it and put a lot of pressure through that breakdown and eventually rewarded himself with penalty and another. What a kick here by our guy, Mercer King. He's having a game right now, only 18 minutes in, really controlling his team. Now they're inside the opposition half with a great platform, great field position to attack from here.
Ball to come in from Sherman. Sherman puts it up and over. Down they go into the hands of Denishan. Marcel Denishan gets a ball into the midfield. A little cheeky there from the Foundry. Player was getting back and kind of backed into the scrum half, but Musinguini's going to put it off the left, going to hang that one high, but just a little too far. Or was it? It was in the field of play. And it was marked by a player. Assistant referee had the flag up, but they're going to play on. That's a correct call. Musanguini with a little spin move there. Musanguini down, gets back up, wasn't held in the tackle. Marcel Denison. Denison, Aquinas College junior. Musanguini has a dummy runner coming in. Player takes the midfield just a little flat, but good work here from William Tui. Tui chips that one through. Ball is in Tri-State hands, but under pressure. Looking across field, they have some runners. They're going to try to run this one out. They're going to go to the boot, probably intelligently so, just slow things down a little bit. Ball out, and it'll be a line out here for the Great Lakes Thunderbirds, just inside the 40-meter line of this Tri-State Foundry team.
Different game, this one, from what we've just seen in that first game. You know, both teams coming into the game, it looks like they want to play fast running rugby, trying to get that ball on the outside. Both teams, you know, they haven't really taken their opportunities well, especially when they're down here, line out, and the Thunderbirds are now back into attack again.
Denison has to take that one himself, so the forwards come in. They have an advantage from offside against the Foundry. Denison back up and running. Ball out back to Musanguini. Musanguini holds the pass, puts in a beautiful one, but they'll come back for the penalty.
That's two offsides.
Referee says they can go quick. Player's not 10 there. They're going to want to be a little bit careful as the ball comes up to big Nathan Couch. Nathan Couch gets that pass away. He's another Wheeling University player. Advantage here to this Foundry team, but they have ball in hand. Look like just a knock-on advantage. They're going to go back, take this one to the boot. Downfield they go. Line out here for Great Lakes. Go ahead, Pago.
Big man up front there, number 24. Took the Lorenzo Savella. Took the quick tap. You know, they were right in a good position. Maybe take that line out. Their line out's been operating very well out of all the teams today, you know. Maybe have down in the 5-meter line, use your maul, you know, use your size to get around the corner with some carries, but you know, quick tap, turn over. But lucky for them, they get the ball exactly where they started from that previous line out. So great opportunity here, but Foundry, they need to be careful a little bit. They're giving away about 4 penalties now in a span of 2 minutes, so they really need to be careful here.
Ball up, taken down there by Fraser Leslie. Denison gets it in the middle of the field. Another pullback, but it bounces in front of Musanguini. Again, these first games, just getting those connections down, so important. As we see right there, as the ball goes back to Niamunda. Niamunda able to get that away. The only try scorer of the game gets the ball over to Everly. Everly from the University of Louisville. We have an advantage against Tri-State Foundry. Work on the way forward. Stunning Staffieri. Ball picked up quickly there by the Great Lakes. Still playing under penalty advantage here. Musanguini going to go off the boot, look for that cross kick. Let's see where the bounce winds up. Winds up in Foundry hands. Referee has kept the whistle down, so says the advantage is over. That was enough. That one pushes behind. Now under pressure is Harry Ryder. Ball had been passed forward. It's going to be a scrum here to Great Lakes. Beautiful attacking position here for this Great Lakes team, Pago.
Exactly, and they're putting a lot of pressure. As you can see there, they put a lot of pressure there on their kick chase. Really good option by Musanguini there to have that crossfield kick. He already knew that they had an advantage. It's kind of like, you know, they throw the flag in football and you have that free play to take a shot downfield. He took it. It didn't go to plan. Foundry got the ball, but they had 2 or 3 players there to put, you know, a lot of pressure in that breakdown, you know, and then reward themselves with a knock on. And now they're right in the midfield, just outside the 22. with a great opportunity here to attack both sides.
Coming off the back here are the Great Lakes Thunderbirds. They get that ball away. Try not happening there for William Tui. At the line, got to make sure not to get held up. Ball ripped away. Referee on the spot. Player ripped on the ground. So the penalty at the 5-meter line for the Thunderbirds.
Foundry, as I said before, they really, really need to be careful here. That's about the 5th penalty now in just the span of 3 minutes, especially down here in the red zone. The referee, once you start giving away those silly penalties in the breakdown, especially when you're under pressure, back against the wall, they really need to try and sort out this discipline. They don't want to lose anyone early on in the game, especially in a tight contest like this. But big man there from the Thunderbirds, number 8, Philip Tracy, had a good carry on from that previous scrum. So we'll see what he does here, if he's going to have a crack or they're just going to release their backs on the outside. Or maybe a pushover.
Drive. There's the line. It could just be a pushover. The ball was kicked forward there from the number 8, so it winds up in Tri-State hands. So good job, Tri-State, to pounce on that mistake, as Kenyon Graham, wearing number 9, playing on the wing, ends up taking that ball. Kenyon Graham takes that one forward. We're at Rowan University. Penalty against this Thunderbirds team right now. A little mistake, as they were just headed over the try line, Pago.
Exactly. And quick tap here. As we can see on the replay here, just they got it wrong there, Tracy, with the controlling of the ball, at the back of the scrum. And we compared it to that first game with the big man Jordan Chappell controlling the ball at the back of the scrum. It is a skill. As a number 8, once that scrum is going forward, you really, really have to control that ball at the back of the scrum. Unfortunately it didn't, and the Foundry, really good effort there to try and stop that, but very unlucky. That should have been a try for the Thunderbirds with all the hard work they did, but the Foundry, they front up, got the turnover, and now they're back inside the Thunderbirds territory.
Ball up at the 50-meter line. Tri-State trying to get some points here. About 3.5 minutes to go in this first half. 30-minute halves here at National Collegiate Rugby's All-Star Weekend. Silverbacks Park in Atlanta. Players just battling it out here. Good defense. Pressure coming on. Ball wide. Nice pass. Available here. Good run. Lucas Chirico gets a ball back. Little spin move there. Assistant referee may have seen a foot and touch. There certainly was a foot and touch. So it's going to be a line out here for the Thunderbirds.
Okay, thank you.
Line up for the
Sherman to put
Thunderbirds
one in.
now.
Four-man line out. They go to the tail. Ball down, taken in by Denishin. Gets it in the midfield again. This has been their starter with Stephen Herbst. Herbst, an absolutely powerful player out of Walsh University. Ball comes back up to Sherman. They get it a little wider. They're across halfway. Can they get some points before half? We're just about 2 minutes. Referee spots a player just silly diving over there.
I am very surprised the referee hasn't gone to her pocket yet, especially with the number of penalties that the Foundry has given away in the breakdown and the way they're giving away the penalties too. They need to be careful here. With 2 minutes to go, they don't want to lose anyone in that breakdown, but Thunderbirds, their line out is working well. their big boys are carrying well, and that is just a silly penalty from the Foundry there. And now we get an opportunity to, witness Mazzucchelli having a crack here from about, 46 meters on an ankle. On the left foot, it's, we hardly see any left footers anymore now in rugby, so this is a beautiful sight.
Musanguini, this is within his range. Musanguini steps up. Has the distance. Does he have the accuracy? Indeed he does. 3 points on the board, so 10-0 with a minute to go in the first half. Pago, that shows you the incredible boot of that young man right there. Musanguini, I said, keep an eye on him all weekend.
Exactly, and that's the experience and that's the class of an international player, showing through that kick. Not only his kicking game, but the way he's been controlling his team, mastering them around the field, taking opportunities. If he wants to kick, he'll kick. If he wants to have a run, he'll run. And that's just the experience that it's really showing, and it's really helping this Thunderbirds team, in this first half with about 20 seconds to go.
Last play.
Referee says this will be the last play of the half. 10-0, the Thunderbirds over Tri-State Foundry. Player from the Thunderbirds trying to disrupt up at the front there. Ball comes up and over. The referee says it's fine, but a little messy here for this Tri-State Foundry team. Thunderbirds trying to pile in and over, but they're going to dig this one away. So Tri-State with the last opportunity of the half, barring a penalty.
The ball's available. You're there.
Referee letting the players know the ball is available, so off they go. They go back in the other direction and launch this one downfield. Musanguini has it. Musanguini's just going to chip this one in a touch. And that should be the end of our first half, and it is 10-0 mid Great Lakes Thunderbirds. Pardon me, over the Tri-State Foundry. We're going to be back with second half action in just a couple of minutes.
Okay.
He's getting over a meter already, so he's starting here, moving out, and then it's starting to walk away.
Okay.
As the ball's going in the air, so it's 4 on 5.
Got it. Okay, I'll talk to my AR. Thank you. I got it. Yeah.
In a sport of power and precision, you need a powerful and precise camera. Analyze your game. Build your team. Grow together.
Ready, up!
Video captures moments. A powerful camera for a powerful sport.
Rugby!
Consistency on 3. 1, 2, 3. In a sport of power and precision, you need a powerful and precise camera. Analyze your game. Build your team. Grow together.
Ready? Up.
Video captures moments. A powerful camera for a powerful sport.
Rugby!
Consistency on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back. We're just about in the second half here. John Broco, Pago Haini bringing you this National Collegiate Rugby All-Star action. 10-0 lead for the Great Lakes Thunderbirds. Great work. Takuzwa Musanguini with a conversion and a 3-point penalty kick, as well as a try. Good work here from the Foundry. They will be kicking off wearing the blue and orange. Manulua Taula to kick this off. He is a St. Bonaventure player. Excellent, excellent player to keep an eye on here. Out of Auckland, New Zealand, originally Prosmac 2025 award winner. Giltini's U18 All-American 2025. Quite a lot of accolades to his name already. Referee gets us started 10-0 down. The Foundry will be kicking off. Pago just a second as they hang one high here for the Thunderbirds to come underneath. Ball bounces back into Tri-State hands. Referee Raven Jones for this one. Little wraparound here from the Foundry. See if they can make something happen early here. Some great players on this team. Just working through that first half, getting the rhythm down, getting some players. Todd just goes straight forward, no trickery, just gaining some momentum. Good fastball here from the Foundry. What can they make of this? Little flat pass. Up front they come. Going to recycle this one. Back in the other direction. Ball bounced, but knocked out of the hand there. So scrum for Great Lakes, the Thunderbirds, just outside of their 22. Pago, a very tight game here. Just 10-0 in it. Foundry needs some early points.
Exactly, and that's, I like their intent coming out of the half. Got that turnover from the kickoff. Big boys straight into their work. Big number eight there. Hamish, Conan have some good carries throughout that phase. Unfortunately, they knocked the ball on, but you know, keep an eye out for this number 8, Tracy. At the back of the scrum for the Thunderbirds has been having an amazing game, along with their number 2, Sherman. And usually when you win the scrum, you know, that goes to your hooker, because he is the leader of the scrum. He is the one that controls the set piece. And it looks like they want to go back to the scrum there. So, you know, both teams very competitive compared to that first game we just watched. But some great young talents on both sides, and set piece has been very even. Thunderbirds with their line out, this probably has been the best line out we've seen so far throughout all the teams, and they're just having a very good platform now to play off with their Mazagini controlling that team from number 10. So it's going to be a good second half, and really looking forward to it, John.
Big bump up there from Niamunda in the midfield. He's a hard man to bring down. Tackler a little slow to get up. You can see it right there as the ball comes back to Musanguini, who's going to go wide immediately. Off down that side they go. Good run, good break there by Cabreros. Ball back in to one of his teammates. They're going to get tackled quickly and turn over, but they're inside the Foundry half with momentum. Referee on the spot. You can hear the cheers from the Foundry players. Great turnover there. Opportunity for them to move this one downfield.
The big man again, number 8, Hamish Coonan, of Oak Hill College and Iona University. Been having a very fantastic, very good ball carrier, and now he's showing us, you know, other side of being a factor of getting over the ball, getting that turnover, giving his team an opportunity. I'm not going to be surprised if they get this ball from the line out. They're probably going to try and hit up Coonan again in the midfield and try and set a platform from there for their attack.
Ball goes up over the top, little misconnection, but back in the hands of the Foundry. No problem, good work by Jack Burns to get in there. Siena College junior. Now they get their phase play started. Just trying to punch some holes as they come a little wider and pull that one out the back. Middle of the field they go, using Leo Tulagi as a bit of a link player in the middle of the field, the big man. Little slip pass back in. They're looking at the 5-meter line right there. Is this points coming for the Tri-State Foundry team? Ball may have come back here, and it has done. Stolen by the Thunderbirds. Player hit illegally. Just silly right there. Turned some good pressure into a penalty here for the Thunderbirds.
Probably.
Very good work there by number 21, who's, you know, wearing number 21, but he's playing as an open side flanker. Sani Stafiri, really good. He's been having an amazing game. He's been all over the place, making tackles, runs, putting pressure on that breakdown. And, you know, the harder you work, you know, things going to come your way. And we finally got a good crack at that breakdown. It got the turnover, bailed his team out from a tough situation there inside their own 22, and they just won the line out again.
Outside the 22 come the Thunderbirds. Musanguini off the left. Just dribbles that one through. A little bouncing there for Harry Ryder to deal with. Harry Ryder Gets that ball away, now flips that one back. They're going to kick eventually. Charged down by Great Lakes, so opportunity here with a lot of fractured field that they can get their offense quickly into the shape that they would like to go. Referee penalizes Tri-States. Just some silly penalties from this Foundry team here, really kind of jamming things up. Here comes Musanguini. Thought he would go to the line. Sorry, not Musanguini. Musanguini is in support of Niamunda, but Niamunda's not going to need it as he touches a second one down there. Great work there by Alex Niamunda. 2 tries to his name in this one, and they just went quick and found the space, Pago.
Niamunda, big man. You know, I thought they were going to take the line out here, but the big man saw that, you know, the Foundry has switched off a little bit. Got a nice little carry there. No one wanted to tackle that big man coming through. Just like this, the first try. Busting through defenders. Scoring that try. And fantastic player from Wheeling University. Really big ball carrier. Strong ball carrier. You know, and him working outside Musanguini. You know, they have a very good combination, and they've been very good together today. And you know, second try to the big man from Wheeling University is having a fantastic game.
Referee stops the players rushing there, but that kick's going to be fine for Musanguini right out in front. So lead extended to 17 here for the Great Lakes Thunderbirds. Winner of this one plays in the next round against the New England Independent Red. So exciting matchup coming there. Right now it would be the Thunderbirds with plenty of time here for Tri-States.
Tri-States, they really need to be careful. They've given away, as you said, a lot of penalties. And, you know, having the boot of Musanguini there, you know, he can kick from anywhere. So they really need to be careful and, you know, sort their discipline out a little bit, or otherwise this game is just going to slip away from their hands.
Advantage, Gray! Give me the advantage, Gray!
High hanging kick there from Musanguini under a little bit of pressure right in the middle of the field. Nearly taken by the Foundry, but bounces off there. So on the run come the Thunderbirds. Big fella making some ground here. That's Clayton Peters. Clayton Peters doesn't seem to want to stop there. Clayton Peters is a senior out of Marion University. Pick and go as he's eventually stopped. They're just a few meters out from the line. Can extend this. You see the 5-meter line behind him? Try line just begging. You see the post on the left-hand side there. The Gilbert Rugby post here at National Collegiate Rugby's All-Star Shield Weekend. Down there, and even Couch takes that one to the ground. Players on the ground, they're short. There's a player on the ground for the Foundry. Doesn't impede though. Musanguini puts a little pass up there. And another try coming here. And it's standing up and raising his hand again is Niamunda. That's a hat trick in this one for Alex Niamunda.
Niamunda with another rocket off a carry here. Just working off his fly half, you know. Foundry's trying to put a shot on, but if you're going to come off the line and trying to put a shot on, you're going to make sure, especially with a big guy like Niamunda, you know, that's his third try now. You're going to make sure that, you know, you make that tackle. And unfortunately, they didn't. And the big man, especially with that combination, that Musanguini, Niamunda in the midfield there has been working very well for them. You know, it's giving them a lot of rewards, especially, you know, trying to get that cane line, getting over the cane line, getting over the defensive line, and they've just been playing front foot rugby from there. But it all goes back from that kick from Musanguini before. Foundry didn't really feel the kick right, got the turnover there, and Great Lakes just used that opportunity. You know, big ball run down there by the big man. Number 20 just got on the field, you know, and then worked their way down to the 5-meter line, very patient, and reward himself with a try. And now they're getting the ball back.
20 minutes to go in this one. Thunderbirds have the ball in their hands again, as Pago said, having a very good few minutes here. It's a man who started a big run just before Clayton Peters. Another penalty player coming down, not supporting their own weight. They're going to go quick, are the Thunderbirds. Niamunda puts that one out. Pass doesn't go particularly to anyone there, so they're going to have to reset a little bit here. Musinguini looks for the space himself. Keep that ball around. Niamunda moves it wider this time. Tui pushes that one downfield. Tui out of Marian University.
Retreat, Greg!
Ball comes back to Musinguini. A little bit of pressure on him, so he just rolls that one downfield. Keeps it in touch. The referee is going to penalize eventually. You could hear her clearly telling a player to retreat.
Grade 1 is offside. Grade 1 is offside. So you have a penalty for the position of offside, which is about midfield where it was relative, or scrum from the kick.
Take scrum. Take scrum.
Okay, scrum option.
They're going to take the scrum. Captain there for this tri-state team is going to elect it because the player was offsides. They could take it either from where the kick came from
offside,
or coming back the other way. You see the captain there, Harvey Hogan, wearing number 13. They're playing in the second round. He's a Siena College player.
Little bit of mistake there from Great Lakes Thunderbirds. Usually the rules of the game is whoever, if the kicker makes the kick, someone has to be behind to put the whole team onside. You know, those are the new laws they just brought in a couple of years back. You know, back in the days, it used to be as long as that kick is over, someone puts you onside, you're onside. But now the new rules is you really have to work hard to get behind before you can advance again. And now it gives, you know, the Foundry a great platform here, especially in the middle of the field, just inside the 22. Gives you option on the right, gives you option on the left. Gives you a lot of opportunities, a lot of different things you can do off this platform if they can get the ball from this scrum.
A bit of a mess here in these scrums here on the side. Again, players just coming a little bit high before they set in.
Okay, Brandon, one more time. This is our last time, right? You guys, I need you to push straight, okay? Wait till the ball is in before we push, okay? Last one.
Referee Jones having a conversation with some of the players.
First one was in, last one was
to really come to this side to see the
last one.
players just bringing up the height a little bit.
It looks like a brand new front row or so. Players coming on, very excited to have a crack.
Free kick against the Tri-State Foundry. Player didn't have their head in and set to go there. Looked like Shiv Kelly. I think his player cross was just bringing him up a little bit. Something the referee needs to keep an eye on. Ball comes to the left-hand side off the boot of Musinguini. He's happy to play a little territory, but spins that one, keeps it in field. Well taken by the Foundry. They're inside Great Lakes half, but are going to lose that ball right away.
Last foot, blue.
Musinguini. But draws some attention, puts the pass away. Gets the ball out into Niamunda's hands.
Last foot, blue.
Good defense here from the Foundry. For a moment here, this Great Lakes team just looks a little discombobulated. The ball comes across again to Musinguini, and he'll just go to the boot. Roll this one through, spots the space in behind. Does he get a 50-22? No. The referee is going to mark it outside of the 22. It's going to be a line out here for the Tri-State Foundry. Foundry try to take that one kick. Referee says not five.
It's free kick.
It's going to be a free kick here for the Thunderbirds because that ball did not go 5 meters. Players in the Foundry might want to back up here. Free kick here for the Thunderbirds. Taken quick there by Tracy. Tracy gets it in the hands of Staffieri. Sonny Staffieri. And disruptive at the lineouts. Now taking the ball into contact. Looking for the ball. William Weeks has to dig that one out. Referee Jones says it's playable, so let's go. And indeed they do. They come out behind. 3 tries for Niamunda, looking for some more points here are the Thunderbirds. Pass just chipped forward there from Martindale, but nothing happening.
Give me a radio check. Radio check. Nothing.
Line out here for the Foundry.
Another radio check. Radio check. Nothing. Radio doesn't work. There you go. Hold.
Very messy here from the Foundry.
Yeah, radios don't work. Here you go.
With the
There.
approach
Okay,
of that line out. You know, Martin Queen is putting them on a lot of pressure with all sorts of different kind of kicks. And they're just not fielding that ball very well. And then, you know, now they're in the back foot again. They've won that line out. Let's see what they can do with this exit here. That's not how you want to exit. Everyone
a penalty advantage there, Pago.
Team is just trying everything. As we said before this broadcast, is like, you know, this weekend is all about all-star. You know, you're trying to do things to showcase your talent, but also you want to make sure that you're playing within the system. And it looks like the Foundry has given away another penalty. I want to see this penalty count to see where it's at. And I think maybe they're finally going to get a card here. Let's see.
Yeah, it's going to come against Tuala here.
Oh, yeah.
Head-to-head
That's
contact
a straight hit. Yes. Shoulder to the head.
On my whistle, please.
Oh, yeah, it does come up there.
Oh, that, yeah. He's very unlucky not to get a red card, especially with the new rules now. If you make contact with the head, that is a straight red. You know, Foundry should consider themselves lucky not to lose a player for the rest of the tournament. But, you know, Great Lake Thunderbirds has just been putting a lot of pressure on them. And now the Foundry is just trying some, you know, questionable stuff inside their own half to try and get out. They're not really handling this pressure from the kicking game of Mazinguini, you know, really putting them in the back foot. And the penalties count is just not helping them as well. Looks like we have a player down here with an injury from that high tackle. We're just having a little break here. But Foundry, now they lost a player. They really need to sort out their discipline. They don't want this game to go a little bit out of hand. They don't want the Thunderbirds to score another try because it's, you know, it's a short format game. You don't want the game to kind of slip away from you, or otherwise you find yourself chasing the game a lot. So sort out their discipline. But Martin Queenie.
No huddle, guys. Let's go. Let's go.
And Niamunda is really taking control of this game. I wouldn't be surprised if they go straight to the big man right from this line out.
We'll see what they decide to do. They win a line out, but it bounces. A bit of a messy ball, so can't get quite the starter play they want there. They're going to get this one back.
It's fine. Clean turnover. Clean turnover.
Turned over there by the Foundry, so good work. Short-handed, Taula gets a yellow card, so Foundry have to work with 14, and he is a very talented player out of St. Bonaventure. Going to be a big bonus here. They're going to have to run some of the big fellas, and they do. But taken away there. Well done. On the way goes Brian Foster. Held up at the moment by the Foundry. Can they turn this one over? Referee says the maul, so this ball doesn't come out. It is a scrum here, but a penalty. Player collapsed the ball.
Three, you wrapped your foot around him and intentionally collapsed the ball. Let's go. Intentionally collapsing the maul. He brought it down intentionally.
Players are going to go quick here. Foundry spending a little too much time arguing. Not enough time worrying about where it's going to go. We have another penalty here against the Foundry for a high tackle. They're going to have to be very careful.
That was that was an interesting set of plays there from the Foundry. One kid came around and trying to trip them all over, which is in rugby you can't really do. Give away a penalty. Great Lakes decided to go for a quick set and then another high shot. Very, very lucky there not to get a yellow card for another hit contact, but it gives the Great Lake another opportunity here, another great platform to attack from within their red zone. The big man Tracy with a carry now and a try.
Yeah. They're going to take that opportunity. It's going to be no problem. Yeah, well-deserved after a great game. That's Tracy. That is 5 more points. And Great Lakes looking strong here. Maybe facing New England Independent Red in the next round.
Great control here from the big man. As you can see, they win that hit straight away. Last time they were down here, Tracy kind of lost control of the ball. This time he gets it right. Picked it up from the back of the scrum, passing over defenders, and got himself a try. Well deserved. He's worked hard all day, both sides of the ball busting, running, very good on defense as well. Well deserved try for the big man.
29 points. This would put him at 31. It hangs just a little bit. No good. So we'll stay at 29 points to 0. Just about 9 minutes to go in this second half.
And again, we spoke about the Foundry and their discipline issues, right? They gave away a penalty there in the maul and another high shot. We saw in the scrum. Great Lake had a really good scrum. Tracy pick up at the back of the line of the scrum and score another try. So, it looks like Great Lake might run away with this run, but the Foundry, they really shot themselves in the foot here, just continue to give away silly penalties and continue to give Great Lake opportunities to attack from.
Tri-State.
Last foot, thank you. Stay last foot.
On the attack here. Still shorthanded. Down 29. Player tackles from an offside position, but a referee says it was okay. So they're going to continue to play here. Ball comes just a little wider there. Sevilla, first-year player at Siena, takes it into contact. A little confusion about who's going to play in that distributor role. Again, a little more confusion about who's going to take that pass. So Pack tackled in behind the gain line. Foundry having to work for it here.
Hold your player, please. Thank you. Roll, Greg. Thank you.
Foundry. A little pick and go, looking to get moving there. Leotulagi. Sprini. First pass would have been a little bit forward, so has to take the second option.
Good. Roll, Greg. That's fine.
Sprini again, but that one slips. Knock on, so it's going to be a scrum here for the Great Lakes Thunderbirds. Time winding down here. 7 minutes to go in the second half.
Foundry just haven't really been able, to hold on to the possessions. It's been a story of their day today with their first game. A little bit of rust, maybe it's the first game rust. They've had a lot of opportunities. They've carried well. They've had some really good ball carriers. But then they've just not been able to finish those opportunities and continue to make mistakes like that, knocking the ball on, and continue to give, Great Lake opportunities to attack from. And early push there, it looks like, from Great Lake. And now the Foundry, getting an opportunity to get down there inside. Great Lakes 22, or the red zone as we call it in rugby. Gives them a great opportunity to maybe, put some points on the board here, heading to the second game of the day.
Certainly may be. Foundry could use some points here with the yellow card.
5, 6, 7.
Great Lakes looking strong as this second half winds down. Next up will be Midwest Barbarians versus the Western Bison, and the Southeast Bears versus New England Independent White. Two teams from the New England area based on the number of schools up there. National Collegiate Rugby bringing you this All-Stars weekend. Silverbacks Park, Atlanta, Georgia ball goes to the front of the line out. Driving their way towards the line are the Foundry. Was that taken down illegally? Doesn't matter. Try awarded. Diving right in and over. Finally points on the board here for the Foundry. They'll be thrilled. They have 5.
And that's a great reward for all the hard work they've done throughout the game. They haven't really taken their opportunities well, but it's good to get some points on the board. Gives you confidence going into the second game of the day. Really good take there from the line out. We'll see who caught that try. And a good more setup. Got the go forward ball. And eventually reward themselves in number 10.
No, it's not. Have the kick. Have the kick.
Cassius Grimes with the try. It's always good, especially in this kind of games, with the format of the tournament. It's always good to get points on the board. Gives you confidence, and gives you a little bit of things to celebrate, especially when you're losing by a lot of points as well.
That kick is no good, so it'll stay 29-5 here. Take a look at Cassius Grimes there. Fairfield University first-year player. Kick to come here as we're just about 3.5 left on the game clock in this one. Joseph Martindale to get us started.
Retreat, blue. Blue retreat. It's good.
Ball bounces there back into Great Lakes' hands. They've made all their subs. Nice little wraparound run there. Looking good. Nkoeli. Nkokeli, pardon me. Don't want to mispronounce there. Walsh University first-year player.
Each release them. Use the 5, please.
Martindale was looking at the post there, but the players would really love to go for the corner and play, but he wants to get these 3 points on the board. Probably just take some time away from there, reserve some energy for the rest of the weekend there, Pago.
The big boys up front really wanted that line out. But as you said, they've got a big game coming up after this against the Reds. They slow that clock down, give yourself some times. We're already ahead by a lot. You're going to win this game. So let's really slow this clock down. Even if he doesn't get it, it's going to take away another minute or so from the clock. Unfortunately, he didn't.
And he doesn't get it. Yeah, so they go wide immediately. And a kick ahead. Ball bounces. Back in the Foundry hands. They have an opportunity here. 2 minutes on the game clock. Dalton Bates takes that one in, the UConn player. Hits coming in. They're at the 50-meter line. Kusprini.
Stay. Stay, guys. Stay here. Stay here, please.
Kusprini from Niagara University in that scrum half position. Little pass out the back. Connections just aren't always happening there. Ball bounced forward with a kick. Nearly taken up there by Nkokeli. But Ayabonga Nkokeli's going to knock that one on to be a scrum here for the Foundry.
Tough take there for Maki Kelly. Coming on, replacing that full-back role with a back. They've been very good today. this great, the Great Lakes Thunderbirds with everything they've done. Foundry, you know, they're trying to find their way back into the game
Ouch!
with a scrum here.
Bind!
Great platform to use the whole left side of the field, and let's see what they want to do with that position.
Foundry will play Mid-Atlantic in their next round. Little chip over the top there, but doesn't quite go. Comes back into the hands of the Thunderbirds. Powerful run coming there. There's less than a minute to go. We'll see what they decide to do. They're going to go to the boot there. Hanging that one up, playing in the scrum half spot. William Weeks. Ball down to the Foundry, right at their 22. Clock is in the red, so we're in referee's time right now. See what the decision is to go with this ball. The Foundry will most likely want to keep playing. Use the points here. Want to end this game on a high note. Cusprini. They go back to the left-hand side of the field. A little bit of desperation here from this Foundry team, just looking for those spaces. Great Lakes will be happy just for the final whistle to blow. Little break up the side there. Ball ripped away, but gone back for the Foundry. Referee says play on. Bates. Little look there, trying to find the space. Foundry not giving up. Player in there trying to rip that one away. Referee spots that one, and the referee is going to whistle us for the end of this matchup here. That's the end of this one. So we're going to step away. It is a win there for the Thunderbirds. They will take on New England Independent Red in the next one, 29-5 over the Foundry. Foundry will take on Mid-Atlantic. We're going to step aside, come back with the Midwest Barbarians versus the Western Bison at 11 a.m. Eastern.
I know everyone's radio is off. Yeah, everyone's radio is where like it's static.
I wait for this information. I turn around, get the guys in, and I see the play was in for the closing. So I pull it out.
I didn't. So I wish. So the problem is everything was static, and so every time I heard static, I probably should just look at you. Because sometimes I can hear your voice come through, but there was never really words. There was never words.
Turn around.
There was no words.